Voice chat knows. What stock is that again? Welcome to Read the Room with Unc. Last one of the year, fam. What's up, everybody? This is Unc coming at you with the last Read the Room of the year. Pretty good year overall. Looking back, especially with looking how most people did in the market. If you did better than Kathy Woods, um, that's not even really a good job. But hopefully you did better than Kathy Woods. Um, a lot going on. We do have the inflows, outflows that I talked about last week in voice chat. Kind of seeing that going on. Um, just like the support that usually shows for bottoms on certain charts. So I'm going to definitely be mindful of that. And then first of the year, usually have a lot of optimistic people setting up positions um, for the year. So interested to see um, what takes effect for the next 6 months in that regard, and also kind of interested in the numbers that will come out next week about Christmas sales and stuff. You'll start getting December numbers. Interested who that affects both positively and negatively because we are day traders here. All we are looking for range. So with that, let's get right into this week's read the room list. Let me snatch it in alphabetical order. Uh, Apple is first. I do see that, but we're gonna skip that one because it's right here. It's a EDU, so I'm gonna save it for this Datadog review. We'll do that at the same time. So the first one will be Baba, repeat offender. Baba and the next one both are Chinese plays. I like them the best. If we do get a bump in that sector, they've kind of had a lot of negative news, but these have been resilient during that process. You can see it overall 87, 63, lower level, top level 101. Trend line, we are below, kind of below everything here, so do need some positive flow reads, but um, even the 85 to 90 range seems pretty playable for the day traders here. Um, Bili is next, BILI, another Chinese one. This is 25.49. Volume P, that's not volume profile, but there's a lot of stuff going on around that level. So there's the 24.49, you got 24.19 and 22.79. So there's a little bit downside. Even if you put this bottom line here, I'll throw it on there real quick. What do we got? 22.79, 22.80. It's a penny off. If you put that channel, you can kind of see what it's doing right there. Ad zone before the breakout, in my opinion. I don't think we have as much downside as before. But just want to see where the professor's numbers are on this chart currently because of how tight of a zone it is in. China's got to get some relief eventually, in my opinion, too. BTU, I was way too weak on this one. And sorry, got to read the note. And now we're back here. 32, 81, 2650. 2650 is the higher low. Feels like this is making a higher low. Yeah, right here off this 26, you can see it on the volume profile, right? Yada and right. Yada. So yeah, I've just seen it. That's confirmation. Move back to 30, 32 from that range. I like coal. Should be prevalent as a sector. CCL, that should be a 9, boss, not O. 8-9 channel on CCL. Did I not get that on here? Dang, I'm all over the place. My bad. CCL. Oh, I put CCJ in there. Oops. Um, that's on. We're gonna keep that anyways. But yeah, 8-9 channel. Just looking for this to reclaim. Volume profiles kind of above that 9 on both time frames, so that's more of the magnet for me. So the 8 to 9, 950 definitely a tradable place for me here. Let me kill that real quick. Oh, bam. I don't like to edit these, but y'all see the 9. CCG 222, 450. We're at the bottom. 430. Sorry, we're at the bottom. I'm a little off today. Jeez, we've been up a long time. 222 right there at the bottom. You can see it here. Let's zoom in a little bit on this weekly. Yeah, just came off of this every time for us. Volume profiles are above that. That 430 was our last target, which we did hit. with the move last time, maybe even a little higher with some news. I just like that these are back on support, trying to catch either the natural movement, maybe the like, let's say this one only moves back to the 3 test, but with news, we maybe get a lot more than that. So I like that one, and I believe I have another one here in a second, but weed plays are all similar in that regard. Chef 3004 3899. It's the channel. 3304 38. You can see it right there. Bam, bam. See it on the weekly. Let's get a little bit more of the weekly. There's the last year. So came up in here, rejected it. Kind of a big dip back to that. So let's be mindful of the 200 down here, which is closer to 30. Yeah, and bam, back to 38. So just playing that channel. Usually gets pretty good flow reads from the professor, so that's why I like this one. Not the best play, but sometimes boring stuff keeps your count growing. Klein, CLNE. This remember this one because it's going to be a part of me going over these charts right here, and we're already going to do it. So it's on the professor's list too. It's interesting in that regard, but it would have been on mine before him anyways because of this $5 level. Coming back here, I like this nice tight doji off the weekly. The 200 EMA is there, and just got a lot going for it. The 624 is what the target was last time, and it went way farther than that. So I'm interested where the flow reads at, if it's just back to 6 or if it's 7 or if it's something intense. Frey. Oh, this is not all the way on the screen. I'm going to have to fix that for you guys. Frey, 785 to 1134 channel. So battery play. Just had too good of a bounce here off the bottom. Just want to see if the flow is coming back or if this is all we get is this bounce. 10 to 12 though. Battery company. Professor was on it a while ago, so I'm curious if it's back. Let me slide this over for you guys. Oh yeah, because there's a bunch of Jesus. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Oh, that's good. All right, close enough. You can deal with that. All right, where were we? We're at it. All right, grow. 395, 556. Retest of the channel. You can see this one was playable twice. Caught it off 556. Bounced hard off of it. Really got going with the weed news last time. So yeah, even if you just take this bottom channel, yeah, I just think this is a good, more of a swing, maybe even a swing in the weed category because the range was immaculate last time, and this one actually has flow reads because the professor did find this before me. So MKC 81, 86 to 88 divvy flush. These guys are spices, so do like our perfect bounce off a level we already have. I just want to see what the flow says. Total divvy flush though. Yeah, McCormick can't live without spices. Well, you can, but OEC 1753, 1527, top of the channel. Another one we just get good flow read. Super sideways action on every time frame except for the weekly. It looks like the higher low pullback. Can we stay out of the channel or do we just play the channel? This is actually going to be a discussion tomorrow. Professor doesn't know it yet, but want to highlight a sector for the month. Might be gambling or energy or consumer staples. So something in there. Something's really good. Going to be great right now for the rest of the year. Kind of more of a long-term outlook. And gambling, one of them. Penn, 28.85, 37.26. I'm interested in what his is, but it'll be a topic tomorrow. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, 28.85. We're down there on the bottom. Real hard bounce down here. Volume profiles are about 30, so I like that. You get ads under that. 37's been my spot, but man, outside of the weekly, it looks like a pipe dream. X gonna give it to you. 25.10, 22.81 top. Professor, I did read his notes. before I did this, and I'm pretty sure it said something about, here, let's go look. I'm pretty sure it said something about pull back to 23. Professor's notes. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. X. I'm looking to add X on a pullback to 23, 24. Usually scalp offense off the flush. Sweet, thanks, P. Appreciate it. Let's go back to collab. All right. So X, bam, bam, bam. So he's looking for the flush down to basically back into here. 23 being the bottom of that flush. So I like it. More of an options play, but I think you can play shares, especially if they get going. Yep. Oh, sorry. 26, 68, 33. It's on the bottom. All over the place here. Yeah. So you see it on the weekly. Interested in what the flow says. I'm probably early here, but 33, 34 probably back where we should go. At least a 30 playable from my side. For sure. Was Yelp the last one? Okay, so let's do Apple and Datadog right quick. We'll do Datadog first. Dog. It's not on the list right now. All right, so this was just a zoom out here. This was just a weekly candle, so we just popped that weekly candle and that weekly candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, you can see Monday came down, did come a little below our level. Probably respected 70 more than 71, but then turned right back and gave you the $4 move back into the channel. I would probably, if I was gonna play this again, I would probably set it up off the 70 level instead of 71. Like that a lot. Just kind of a guideline if you're playing trends on what should hold to get a good bounce. I mean, that was only, let's just do some dirty math and say this is 70, this is 78, and it got back to 74. So we only got half of it. So that's how you kind of want to look at it. But it took the whole week, so maybe this is a little slower play, but I'm still, perfect ads are down here at the 70 level. That's how you got to look at that. AAPL. All right, so this another line we put up a while back. It was off the weekly too. You could see it. Yeah, so we just grabbed out here off the weekly. Didn't do nothing fucking smart. But you can see how it has respected it. This reminds me a lot of the Tesla, which I will show the chart in here in a second. What it did on 184. It's trying to, but if we don't really get a good pop like back to 135, this level, in my opinion, will continue to fail. And we'll have to go into the volume profile. I'd probably go more than that. I'd probably go back to, I'm on ATR, sorry. That's not for you kids at home. That's for something else. I'd probably go back into this chart and try to find the next level. Golly, that's going to be real hard. Let's do a 3-year. Where's that 3-year? Yeah. Right there. You see it, 114, 115. Although that's pretty choppy through the 120s. But yeah, so, and here's what I mean. It reminds me of Tesla here. Let's zoom in. Take about where we pulled the line. So you can see we have the 3 there, and if you pull Tesla. Sorry, I'm talking a lot, but I'll give you guys a little EU. What it did right here around 184. And Tesla actually did a little better because it did try to come up to that 200 before it failed. But if you don't get strong confirmation, it's probably going to fail to the next level. Lots of FUD here, so I don't think Apple will fall as hard. But I think we're definitely looking at the same scenario where you just, I mean, if you look, Apple hit that for once 1 week and we were back. I mean, it gapped up the next week. We hit the level, gapped down, and aren't reclaiming it for 2 weeks. So don't really like that setup. All right. Just enough how I look at charts, how you got to kind of like break down charts on different time frames. Kind of want to let you guys see that from me, but this thing just doesn't look good on the bigger time frames currently. All right. Hot list keepers. Apple, CCJ, DVN. We just talked about Apple, so I'm not talking about Apple again. I think that's a short play though, in my opinion. So see what the professor says there. CCJ is just it's taking time, but I like how it's confirming this level. This is more what you want to see, confirmation off a level. Um, yeah, it's holding this level very well. So I like CCJ. GVN, the same thing. It's just a little slower, but man, we got that perfect 160 bounce. I don't know if anyone got in on that, but that was perfect. Um, what else? PayPal REI. Where's PayPal? PayPal. Yeah, PayPal. It's just confirming the 170. I think we're early here. REI. I was 220 to 250 on the ad zone. We're coming out of that now. We did get perfect ads. Down, well, not perfect, but pretty darn close. Let me zoom out a little bit for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we did kind of get perfect ads. We just had to get them Monday morning. Was it SD? I think it was SD. SD and Square. SD, yeah, just confirming this level. As long as it stays up like the channel. Square, come on. I even called this one in that you're going to get below the level, just add below the level, sell above the level. So if you took, I mean, if you play the way I play, you take your 100 shares from 59 to 62 and sell that one pop or whatever you accumulated down here. Man, look at that one. Look how tight this candle is. I always talk about looking for commonalities in plays, and this one was gravy. Look at this. We are just not going to break that area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every opportunity to play square. SWN was next, and the bet tap is too. Yeah, we're just holding this level. I like this level a lot. You can see it on the weekly. Once it's flipped, has kind of have a downward here, but if we have flow back to 7, no reason not to keep it on the radar. Tap and workday. This is why my list was short. I still like a lot of these. I just think they need a little more time. Same thing with tap. We actually had perfect entry on this as well. Already playable, especially from the option side, but I think the bigger move is coming. And then workday, right? Yeah, workday. This is underrated. I don't know about from the option side, but we're SR flipping right here. You can see it on every time frame. It feels like we're support resistance flipping. $20 move on this thing seems like it's very, very, very playable. All right. So I did the hot list keepers. All right, real quick, I'm gonna go through stuff so you guys have a little bit of better spot recorded session of what I did. I already declined, so I'm gonna do this ENVX. So we're just gonna run these ENVX. So anyone that has this stuff can see how I run charts. So 11 bucks already. I could tell you right now we're putting 11 bucks on this thing. Give me 11. Give me 11. 1104 will work. 1101 there. 1165. 1102. Look at this chart. Give me like a 4-year, or excuse me, a 3-year. 3-year daily will work. Yeah. I will take this historical RT. Yeah, I want to take the historical RTL, but I think this is 1475, so we're gonna go right there. Bam. I like that. I like that. There's your channel. So we can type that in to the professor over here. Come right here. And we just went with, yeah, we just declined too, so I just put yes. Volume profile 11 all time frames, 1475 stands out on the larger ones. Pretty simple there. So GoPro's next. He has me do this one often, so GPRO. So I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't have lines on here already. We don't. So this is going to be an underwater one. Let's look at it on the big dog. Ooh wee. I really like that line better though. So we'll go 455. Yeah, 447. $5 ad zone. That's what we want. And then we'll go back here. So that's just a historical RTL and the short-term RTL, but this is a little underwater. But I like this as an ad zone. as long as we have flow reads back to the 8s. So we're going to go write that real quick. Bam. So GoPro historical RTL 501, nice shelf forming at 447, add zone if you have 7 or 8s. Go back to the chart so you can see it. Bam, there's that historical RTL, which I covered up. You see the consolidation box, and then the nice shelf forming underneath that. Come on. Jesus. Bam, right there. You see that guy forming. Oops, we killed it. We killed it. But yeah, you can see it forming right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, and I'm going to leave the rest of them up to you so you can cross-reference with what I'm going to add, because I'll just do the rest of them after the video. But yeah, you can cross-reference that my notes with yours, see if you guys kind of come up with the same thing. Yeah, because I got to keep these videos at 20 minutes. All right, everyone. Have a great extra day off again. Remember, it's only a 4-day week, so probably be extra volatile again. Do your homework. Sometimes less is more. Right now, this market probably is showing that that's a truth. So find the ones that fit your style and play them, especially if you can rinse and repeat. All right, everyone, have a good weekend. Respect the lines, but most importantly, read the room.